Oh my God.
Okay.
Uh, actually,
How have you been? How have you been?
How have
How have you been?
I very good.
Okay.
I have a happy weekend with my family and my friends
Okay.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
celebrate for Woman Day.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Okay. So can you tell me about that day? What did you do?
um, I I date with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Date? No date. I I meet my friends. I met my friends and we have lunch together.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
had
That's
lunch
great.
together. Yeah, and uh, the weekend we came to visit my mother-in-law, and we stayed here. We stayed there 2 days.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
my mother uh, do my mother prepare a meal for my family.
Okay. Awesome.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah. A lot of people ask me about Woman Day, although I am a man. They usually ask me what did I do on that day. I actually didn't know I didn't know how to answer them because now I am single and I don't have any like girlfriends or something like that. So I just stay at home. So basically, I just called my mom and asked her how how she was doing and something like that, and that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so simple. There is nothing special for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Actually, women just have some days to for celebrating,
Mhm.
and there are some special day for them because they are hard work uh, every time.
Okay.
And yeah.
And and
And I think there are there are a lot of men. They talk. They they talk. Talk. They told me that they don't have any special
okay.
day, but actually the men have um, all year.
Oh yeah. Oh, really?
Because the woman is more busy
Yeah.
than the man,
Yeah. Okay.
because the men just go to work, and after a busy day they can relax, but the woman after the busy day they have to prepare for the children and do household chore, and they almost don't have any time for themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
uh
seemed like to me, women have to do a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Compared to men,
uh
I feel like I don't do anything. I do nothing.
yeah.
Okay. And What were you going to say? I know you want to tell me a lot. Okay, so keep telling about your opinion about Woman Day. What do you want to tell me about your opinion about Woman Day?
I think the women just have some special day to relax and to have something special, because they almost don't have time for relax and for doing something that they want to do, that they like. I think that's all.
Okay. Let's talk about the lesson today. Because I haven't seen you for a long time, so I actually don't need. Before the lesson today, I need to get back to the video in order to know that what is the lesson today. And I figured out that we actually didn't finish the lesson today, right? Because we need to have 2 days to complete the lesson. Yeah. So, but now I want you to read the entire lesson, so that I will know whether you practice your pronunciation at home or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I just prepared it today because in the weekend I didn't do anything.
To be honest, I have to say that I'm afraid that after you finish the course here, you don't want to learn English anymore.
Yeah. Okay, I will start.
Okay, so let's get started.
This is the skill gap. It's real, and its cause is actually very simple. When people follow their passion, they miss out on all kinds of opportunities they didn't even know existed. When I was 16, I wanted to follow my grandfather's footsteps. He was a skilled tradesman who could build a house without a blueprint. That was my passion, and I followed it for years. I took all the shop classes at school. I did all I could to absorb the knowledge and skill that came so easily to my granddad. Unfortunately, the handy gene is recessive. It skipped right over me, and I struggled mightily to overcome my deficiencies. But I couldn't. I was one of those contestants on American Idol who believed his passion was enough to ensure his success. One day I brought home a scorn I had made in woodshop that looked like a paramecium. After a heavy sigh, my granddad gave me the best advice I've ever received. He told me, Mike, you can still be a tradesman, but only if you get yourself a different kind of toolbox. At the time, this felt contrary to everything I believed about the importance of passion and persistence and staying the course. But of course, he was right, because staying the course only makes sense if you head it in the sensible direction. And while passion is way too important to be without, it is way too fickle to follow around. Which brings us to the final dirty truth. Never follow your passion, but always bring it with you. Congratulations again, and good luck.
Okay. So can you repeat after me? Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
deficiencies.
deficiencies,
Okay. Contrary
contrary,
and fickle. Fickle.
fickle,
Yeah. Okay.
fickle,
Fickle, what does it mean?
Fickle is something is change. Is changing.
Okay.
Variable. A variety.
Variety.
Some variable.
You can say it varies. It varies. It varies. It varies. Or you can simply say it's changing. But in this situation, it's not talking about something like physical. It's not talking about physical thing. Because in this lesson today, it's talking about pupil behavior. It's talk about personality. Yeah.
You mean it talk about the someone talks.
Yeah.
Change it.
Yeah. It's talking about someone has changed their mind a lot, but in an unreasonable way, especially in an unreasonable way. So you cannot rely on them. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you some questions related to the video today. What is skill gap reason?
Skill gap.
Skill gap, what does it mean in this situation?
Skills gap is the distance between the pupil have skill and the pupil doesn't have skill.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you can say that. Yeah. So there is a huge gap between the pupil who just graduated from university and they are looking for a job. But there are also a lot of company who want to hire them, but they cannot hire them. So which means there is a skill gap here. Yeah. So what did the speaker want to follow in his grandfather's footsteps? Why? Okay, so why did the speaker want to follow in his grandfather's footsteps? And did he succeed?
Because the speaker is very I forgot the word.
Yeah.
He wants to, because his grandfather is a skilled tradesman, and he can build a house without blueprint, and he wants to be a skilled tradesman like his grandfather.
So after that, did he succeed? Eventually.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't. He I can use the word succeed after a verb or to be. He was success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wasn't success.
Okay. So he wasn't successful.
He wasn't successful.
Yeah. Why?
Because he didn't have the toolbox up by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did his job at some workshop. I don't know. Because no, he thinks that the handy chain is recessive.
Yeah.
Recessive, and it skipped right over him.
Mm-hmm.
Although he struggled mightily to overcome his deficiencies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he wasn't successful.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
Successful.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is the fine and dirty truth? What does it mean?
The fine and dirty truth is the person is way too important to be without. It is way too fickle to follow around.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, because in this lesson today there are a lot vocabularies. Yeah, but they are so useful because you know what? Maybe you remember when you first meet me, we was actually learning about office career, and the vocabularies is pretty simple, right? Do you remember?
Can you repeat?
Okay. So in the first time you met me, we were going to learn a lot of things related to office career, and the lesson is quite simple. The vocabularies you can understand easily, but
Yeah.
when you were about to finish this course, you come across a lot of vocabularies that seem to difficult to you, right? But it is so useful because you can see that is the way they have a conversation in our real life. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the vocabularies a little bit. Uh, so in this page, I see that there is one. Okay. No, not one. Two. The first one is following. Mhm. Following my grandfather's footsteps. What does it mean?
following in this situation, I think he's want to want to become a person like his grandfather. He wants to
Yeah, okay. So he wanted to do the job that his grandfather do, right?
he wants to do everything that his grandfather do.
Yeah, that's right.
His grandfather does.
Yeah. So basically, follow in someone's footsteps means to do the same thing. To do the same thing as someone else in your family do, or maybe someone previous do. Yeah. So, for example, my mother was a farmer, and now I also wanted to become a farmer because I want to do the job that my mother did in the past. So I want to follow my mother's footsteps. Okay. How about stay in the course? Stay in the course.
It means we keep doing something and we don't give up.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you continue doing something until you achieve it because that is something you plan to do in the first place. Okay. So for example, I do for example, right now you are how so what is an example in this situation? Stay in the course, like okay, so it's like you are determined to achieving something. You really want to achieve it.
For example, I'm looking for a new job.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So you can say like right now, I kind of stay the course until I get a job. Okay. Uh, so in your opinion, which are the most important factors to carry out your dream?
In my opinion, the main factor to carry out my dreams.
Carry out mean complete, achieve your dream, complete your dream, to do your dream.
I think I have to try my best, and the main factor is I have to be persistence.
Persistence, okay.
Persistence, and yeah, if there are some difficult to carry out my dream, I I don't give up and try to overcome some typical things and find the good direction to get the best result.
Okay, so I think that is the end for the lesson today. And now I'm gonna give you your homework. So in the homework today, I want you to tell me a time when you feel like you get stuck in a rut, like you don't know how to, you feel stuck in your life, and you tell me how you overcome your obstacles at the time. Okay.
Can you write down
Okay,
the question?
So can you tell me a time when you face a lot of difficulties? Okay. And how you overcome them.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me a time when you feel you want to give up on learning English, but after that you feel like, no, I don't want to give up. I have to learn study English, something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Try to use some vocabularies in this lesson. Okay. In your answer, try to use one of them, because I want you to apply the knowledge we learn into your answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the end for the lesson today, and I hope I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Okay. Actually, tomorrow I have a plan. It's not my plan. It is my mother plan. But because I delayed a lot of time, so I will try to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
And good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah.